Good afternoon.
So where are we?
We're in Munich.
We're in Munich? Where's Munich?
Munich would happen to be in Germany.
What part of Germany?
The
Eastern part of Germany. We're in the eastern part of Germany. Just arrived here. Just met old mate at a bratwurst factory here, and we're having what is it called?
I've forgotten it.
A Helles.
A Helles beer.
A Helles beer. It's Helles, yeah. Helles beer.
So let's choose.
It's a bio beer, by the way. It's a bio organic beer.
Bio.
Yeah.
Degradable.
We'll find out in a couple of hours.
I'm sure it is.
So here's the Helles. Ross.
Ross.
Nice. That's good.
That's a good beer. Good
What would you say as an Australian beer? What's it similar to?
Mate, there is not an Australian beer that comes close to this.
It's not, is it? No, it's very separate. Very separate.
European, all the way.
We'll get back to you with some more Beermentary
later on this evening. Cheers.
And Ross! So, Glenn, where are we today?
Today we are at, you were meant to say that bit.
Where are we again?
Yeah.
Münsterhalt. It's a big Bavarian beer hall in Munich. It's really good fun.
We are drinking Coinlon Wing.
Yes. Do I have it? I don't have it on mine.
Yeah.
It's only yours.
They're beautiful.
So this is
Another great.
This is a standing serving size of beer. It's about a litre of beer, and we're on a second one. We're not drunk at all. We're fine.
It's commonly known as a steak.
That's fine. So how would you rate this beer?
This beer, I would rate it a little bit below the one we had this
Yeah, the
afternoon.
Helles is pretty hard to beat. So Helles is, we're gonna go for the star system or a point system.
Yeah. So this is out of 10 stars, I would say 7.
7, yeah. 7 stars.
7
for sure.
stars.
7 stars. But they're still good. I mean, we're in Bavarian beer. What do you expect?
So we better sing Bavarian Beer Garden song.
Yes, we learned this song today. Are you ready?
Ready?
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'm broken, I'm frozen, I'm moving high. I'm frozen, I'm frozen, take a moving high. Heinz, Weins, Reis, Zuta! Los!
Okay, so Glenn, where are we once again?
We are in Hofgarten.
And what country is that?
I think it is Austria.
Austria. So, how's the weather in Austria today?
Mate, the weather hasn't been, actually no, it's been beautiful.
It's been fucking fantastic.
We had a bit of rain this afternoon, but most of the day, pure blue skies.
Alright, so Glenn, how do we forget this? We have a new compadre here, this is Heath. Heath, everyone say hello to Heath. Hi Heath. Heath, where are you from, Heath?
South Africa.
Where in South Africa are you from?
Johannesburg.
Oh,
yeah,
big
right.
Johannesburgian, okay, nice.
Yes.
Alright, so
As usual, we're here to talk about the beer. Tonight, we're drinking the Zipper.
Okay, so
Now, Jarrod, how do you rate this beer?
hang on, let's have a refresh my memory. Okay, so the fact of this beer is it's a local beer, yeah?
Yeah, it is.
And it's a lager, and I'm guessing it's around about 4.5% alcohol. Yeah. Okay, so it's got a bit of a bite to it. It's not as sweet as the beers that we've tried earlier. It's got a bit of a bitterness to it, hence the lager taste of it. But I still give it a thumbs up. I mean, it's about what, 3 or 4, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better beers we've had. But I wouldn't say it's the worst, wouldn't say it's the best. Better than an Australian beer, as we say. Hang on.
You guys from Australia? You know Jessica Maria? Back to the Rogers?
It's very similar to
My cousin.
a Coopers in Australia.
Anyway.
It's a very crispy taste, great lager.
Alright, so back to it. We have a 10-point starring system, by the way. So out of 10, what would you rate this beer as?
Give it a 7.5.
7.5. Okay, so he said 7.5, but admittedly, after our Beermentary so far, he does not tried Hellas or has been unaware of trying Hellas. But that's his opinion. If we catch up with Heath again, we might catch up with a few more beers and ask him what he thinks about it. So Glenn, what do you think?
I'm going to give this beer a 6. It's got a great crispy flavour. It's got a lot of yeast.
Yeah.
And I'm not really yeast. It's more a wheat beer, I guess. Yeah, but it's an awesome beer.
There we go. 6 out of 10. We've got a 7 out of 10. So let's average it out. 7 and 1.1.
6.5.
Okay, that's all right. It's a good fucking beer. Prost!
To Austria.
So Beermentary. Beermentary at Bar Lucano.
Bar Lucano, okay. Where is Bar Lucano? In
Venice.
Venice. Yes, we're good on romantic Venice today, okay. So our beer today in Venice is our lovely forced draft.
Yes.
Forced draft beer. And I can already tell you that it's quite a nice beer. It's one of those beers you could have after mowing the lawn on a hot Sunday afternoon. And what's your thoughts about it, Glenn?
Once again, it's a top European beer. Italy beer, made in Italy since 1857. So it's been around for quite a while, so the flavours are well developed.
Indeed, I agree.
Yeah. It's,
I want to have a guess at what the alcohol percentage is.
the alcohol percentage. I reckon the 4.5. Something like that.
4.55, I'd say I agree as well. So no, I think it's a good beer. I think it's one of the better beers that we've had on this Beermentary so far.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I didn't actually think that Italians had the beer that would match the Dutch.
Yeah.
But I think it's in the ballpark.
Yeah,
So
we didn't quite get the opportunity to drink too many Dutch beers.
no, we didn't.
But, yeah, it's quite a nice beer.
But even for the German beers, it was up there.
Still up there.
It was better than the Dunkel. The Dunkel's
Yeah,
that was
that was
rubbish.
terrible.
The Dunkel was so bad that we didn't even do a Beermentary for it. We didn't feel it was able to.
the worst beer that we've tasted.
If we do a Beermentary and we score less than 5 stars, it does not make the cut. So
Yeah. So this one here, once again, it's a 6.5 to a 7 probably. So it's up there with the best.
I'd give it a 6.5. I don't think it's as good as the Hellas, so I think we need to give it some room.
Yeah.
So we'll
If we were to rate the Hellas again, we'd probably push it a little bit higher.
I know, but let's be fair. Like, we haven't been to the Swiss yet, we haven't been to Paris, and we've still got Rome and Florence to do. So perhaps the Italians still have some secrets up their sleeve.
Yeah.
I think we still leave the Hellas at 7 because I know for certain, in the grand scheme of the world, like, there are better beers than the Hellas beer. That's just the best one. So we're going to give room for the benefit of the doubt. So we'll give it a 7. But definitely this beer is a 6.
6.5.
6. So here's the force being a 6 out of 10. Salute.
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 Glenn. So today, Glenn, where are we today, Glenn?
Today we are in Venice.
Venice, yeah. Lovely, expensive, dirty old Venice.
Yes,
Okay,
very
so
expensive.
Very, very, very expensive. Alright, so today we are trying a Italian beer called a Moratti Aspina, or Aspina means in English draft, so this is a draft beer.
Yes.
So we just pulled up in a little cafe here where we've had to negotiate our way through a bit of Italiano to get our pizza and our beer. And we succeeded with the beer. Hopefully the pizza will be not far away. So anyway, Glenn, so what do you think about this Aspina? How's it tasting?
This is one of the first Italian beers we've tried. It's quite tasty actually. It's for a draft beer. It's one of the better ones.
It is one of the better ones, yeah.
Yeah. It's quite crisp in taste, I do believe. And it's full of body.
I think this is a good beer to have on a hot day after you just mowed the lawn or done a bit of hard yakka.
Yeah.
I think it just washes the dirt off your throat and cleans the palate, ready for this oily, greasy pizza we're about to get.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so with our infamous staff system, what do we give it out of 10?
Oh, I reckon about a 6.
6?
Yeah.
We'll be generous and say 6.5.
6.5.
Because it's so damn expensive, we should give a half a point for being so pricey.
Yeah, this just cost
anyway.
us €7.
€7 is about $9.
Which is about $9.
$9
Australian.
Yeah. So $9 beer, salute.
Salute.
Glenn, where are we today?
Today we are in Rome.
Roma, yes, okay. Today, where have we been today in Roma?
Today we've been to the Colosseum. Right. Where else did we go today, Jarrod?
We went to the Vatican City, also the Vatican Museum, which had a lot of shit in there. It was really, really awesome to go and check out. If you ever come to Rome, there's 2 things you got to do. Actually, 4 things you should really do. 1, go see the Vatican City. 2, go see the Colosseum. 3, try some pizza or pasta or local cuisine. It's a little bit expensive, but it's not like we get it back home in Oz. And 4, try some beer. So, unfortunately, in our little times in Italy so far, we've found that beer is not as interesting and affordable as wine. Yet, nonetheless, we felt the Beermentary must go on, and we thought we'd choose the best beers that we've been able to find in Italy, which is we've known as
I have no idea.
Nastro Azzurro. Now, a lot of Australians, we do get this beer back at home. It is expensive, and I can say it's not much cheaper here either. So,
Yeah.
what do you think of this beer, Glenn?
This is the pick of the Italian beers.
It is a pick of the Italian.
Yeah, definitely. It's, hang on.
Have to remember that taste.
We're running out of battery.
We're fine.
Yeah. It's still better than most Australian beers, or half of Australian beers. Totally different flavour to Australian
See,
beers.
it's not very bitter. It's got a subtle sweet taste to it. It's not very fizzy, and yet still crisp. It's best as cold as you can bloody get it. It's got to be cold. Has to be cold.
Has to be cold. Well, we'll rate this beer as a 6.
6.5, I give it.
6.5.
6.5. So 6.5 out of 10 for Nastro Azzurro. Well done, you Italians.
Salute. So we've been fucking up the salutes the last couple of episodes. You're gonna do the eye contact with the salute. Is that right, Glenn? This is correct. Very correct.
Correct.
Yes. Very correct. So we'll draw on one. Salute. Good. Okay. So today, Glenn, where are we once again?
Today we are still in Florence.
Still in Florence.
And we're sitting in a little joint, a little karaoke bar called the Red Garter.
Ooh, the Red Garter. And they have a nice little karaoke stage at the back here as well, in case you're wondering what to do when you're in the Red Garter. So the reason why we've done another beer in Florence is we've just discovered another beer that has quite a peculiar name. So what is our beer today, Glenn?
This beer is called Gasoline.
Gasoline. And I believe it's 8% alcohol. Is that what's correct here?
Yeah, 8%, mate.
8%. So let's have another sample of this gasoline, and we'll let you know what we think about gasoline. Salud. It's got a nice initial taste. The aftertaste isn't so good, is it?
It's very familiar to a beer in Australia called Extra Dry Premium or the Platinum. Platinum Extra Dry.
Platinum Extra Dry, yeah.
They taste alright, but God, they have a terrible aftertaste.
Yeah, that's the real downside.
And
of
give
this
you
beer.
the worst hangover in the world.
So, I guess it would be a bit like those petrol heads out there that have drunken gasoline at times. It might seem like a good idea at the time, then afterwards you're like, holy shit, what have I just had? So a bit of a similarity there on the whole gasoline thing. So,
all in all, this beer, it's a strong tasting beer.
it is a very strong tasting beer, yeah.
It's, the rating, it's got to be around 5.
I give it a 5. Let's be generous and give it a 5.5.
5.5?
5.5. Alright, so it's a
Right.
5.5
For the gasoline.
Gasoline in Florence, Italy. Salud.
Salute.
So, Prost.
Prost.
Prost. Okay.
And
so
no, we're not in Germany.
we are not in Germany. So if
No.
we're saying Brost, where else do they say Brost in Europe?
I do believe it's Switzerland.
It is Switzerland. So today we are in Lauterbrunnen, home to the famous Jungfrau Mountain, which we're about to go and see tomorrow. So our local ale here is the Rugenbrau.
Rugenbau.
So this is the local ale of the Swiss. Now the Swiss have done some pretty amazing things in their country. They've got lots of funky tunnels and things to drive through. Now the scenery out here is just spectacular.
There's no word for it. It's just like
Spectacular is just making a black and white version of it. It's just
it's dumbfounding.
dumbfounding.
It's fucking amazing.
Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. In all capital letters, bold, with inverted commas, the whole shebang. So anyway, back to our Rugenbrau.
Rugenbrau.
Let's have a taste of our Rugenbrau and see what we think, eh? Frost. Now, is that still a lager?
Do believe it's not.
It's not.
I have no idea. I've had a few of these tonight. They've gone down that well.
They are pretty strong. They are very,
They're
very
a strong beer.
We've had a long day, and so these have hit us pretty hard. So
we're going to say it's a lager.
Well, draft even?
No. Yeah, we're going to go with draft.
Draft? I'd say it's a draft.
Draft.
And I reckon it's quite good.
Yeah, it's definitely thirst quenching.
It is very thirst quenching. Yes, I mean, I'm not thirsty anymore.
Oh, I'm still very thirsty.
What? You still very thirsty?
Oh
God, you're unbelievable.
Keep
Anyway,
drinking.
so that's at least a 6.
Man, definitely. That is.
Is it up with the Hellers though?
Oh, man, at the moment, I've had that many of them. They're just going down so well. I'd say yes, but when I first had it, it was totally different to an Italian beer.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Bit of the Kentucky cough still going on there.
I've had it. I'm pretty good.
Yeah, so we got I'd have to say it's up there with one of the best. I'd give it a 6.5.
6.5. I'm pretty happy to give it 6.5 as well. So there's our beer, Ruggenbrau.
Ruggenbrau.
From Switzerland. We're in the Swiss Alps, and we've got another brew. There's another beer downstairs that we're able to try.
Yes.
So either tomorrow or tomorrow evening, we'll give that one a go, and we'll get back to it and how that beer is. All right. So once again,
for another Beermentary,
Prost.
This is Jarrod and Glenn. Prost.
Prost. Okay, so once again, where are we, Glenn?
Mate, we're still in the Swiss Alps.
We're still in the Swiss Alps.
As you can tell by the scenery behind us.
Much higher than we were last time. So
how high are we, Jarrod?
we are 3,457 meters above sea level. Yes, that's about 2.5 miles for those that don't know about metric. So it's really, really high.
If we run out of breath halfway through this thing, you know why.
That's why.
It's
Have you been feeling a bit lightheaded today?
Oh, all day, mate.
Yeah, we've had a few sort of close calls about passing out.
That's why we come up here to have a beer.
We can't have a beer. Unfortunately, I didn't have any beer on tap up here, but we thought it was a great location just to try one of the local brews once again. So once again, we have our Ruggenbrau, and as we suspected, it was a lager, hence the label on the front there. And it's actually a lager hell, as
hell lager.
Swiss terminology for that. So I don't know. I guess in a bottle, how do you think it changes the taste in the bottle? It's definitely crisper.
Yeah, I don't mind it actually. I could sit down with a carton of these in the snow like this.
Quite pleasant, yeah. It's definitely a snow beer.
Yeah,
it's a snow beer.
It's a good beer.
Yeah, the Swiss have done a good job making a snow beer. When we were down last night in the hot and cozy environment, that wasn't so great. But up here, I understand why this beer tastes the way it does, but it's definitely a snow beer.
It's a great beer.
So does it get the same score? Look at that bubble.
Yeah,
so once again, does it get us any different points for being in a bottle?
No, I think it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I think it's the same.
So what was it? 6.5.
6.5 we said, yeah, that's right. So 6.5 for Ruggenbrau at 3,457 metres above sea level.
Prost to the Swiss Alps.
To the Swiss and to this freezing
What a
snow.
wonderful place.
Amazing.
Fucking greatest place in the world, nearly.
Yep.
So, Glenn, where are we once again, my friend?
Mate, we're in Paris today.
Bloody. We're actually probably just in the dead centre of Paris, actually, like not too far from where the Arc de Triomphe is.
Yeah.
And so we just had a little cafe experience here with our omelette and cheeseburger, which is quite nice.
Yeah, they were delicious.
Good, Good. So today we've got our French beer of the day, which is our Kronenbourg 1664. Yes, okay. So, what do you think of that Kronenbourg 1664,
Mate, it's probably one of the better beers that we've had on this tour. Once again, it's I do believe it's a lager.
Indeed it is, yeah. It is indeed a lager, and it's a bloody good lager.
Yeah, man. It's quite tasty.
Yeah, man,
definitely up there with one of the better beers we've tried on this whole tour.
Indeed, yeah. I think it's one of the finer beers that we've had. I don't think it tops the Hellas though. I think that's going to be really hard to beat. But I think this is a pretty good arch rival, I think, yeah. So, I mean, for me personally, I'd have to give it a 7. I'm going to give it a 7.
Yeah, I think the 7's worthy of the Cronin 6064.
Kronenberg 6064. So, anyway, so we've had a great time in Paris. Lovely food, lovely service, lovely beer, lovely wine, but this is a Beermentary, so here it is. So anyway, here's to Kronenberg 1664. What do we say in French?
Santé.
There we go. Kronenberg 1664.
Sullivan, the Irish pub in Harvey.
And tonight we are drinking Jarrod Glenn 1664. That's right. How's that here, Glenn? As you can tell, we've been drinking a lot of beer tonight. We've been drinking Cronin 1664. Rock. We're smashing it tonight.